MIST. Welcome to this week's edition of Raw Before Clash at the Castle 2022 preview. As the title suggests, it's the go-home episode of the Red Brand before the big stadium show in Cardiff, Wales. So far, only 5 matches have been officially announced for the show, but we expect that to change in this episode. It's going to be a huge action-packed Raw as we deal with the fallout of last week, from Johnny Gargano's incredible return and feud with Theory, to Beth Phoenix's appearance after the main event. There is a lot to look forward to this week, and this is what you can expect on the go-home show to Clash at the Castle 2022. Number 5. The Women's Tag Team Title Tournament Final is to take place. Is the outcome a foregone conclusion? SmackDown this past week saw a second chance match where Natalya and Sonya Deville qualified for the semi-finals, only to lose to Raquel Rodriguez and Aliyah, deeming the fatal 4-way match essentially pointless. Either way, the finals are now set, and Dakota Kai and Io SKY will be facing Rodriguez and Aliyah for the vacant women's tag team titles. While we would suggest that this will set up Sasha Banks and Naomi's return, we have to keep in mind that SKY and Kai have a match alongside Bayley at Clash at the Castle 2022, where they will face the trio of Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss. The returns may be saved for a big stage like Clash at the Castle. Either way, Kai and SKY are expected to win tonight. This will make Dakota Kai instantly go from a released star to a champion. Number 4, Sami Zayn and the Usos to make an appearance on Raw. What will happen with the Bloodline and its honorary member? Sami Zayn and the Usos have had a bit of a rocky relationship. When looking at their interactions on SmackDown, it's clear that the tag team champions have no desire to have Zayn as the honorary member of the Bloodline, while undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns has found him helpful in numerous situations. This past week, the Master Strategist assisted the Bloodline in the beatdown of Drew McIntyre. The trio will return to Raw this week. But what is the reason behind it? The simple answer is Kevin Owens. There have been subtle hints about Owens having a rift against the Usos, such as when he told them that the tribal chief owes him one, only for Reigns to tell Zayn that he doesn't owe anyone anything. This is setting up the early stages of a Kevin Owens-Sami Zayn face turn and reunion. It would mark the first time in a few years that the 3-time Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn has turned face. It will be interesting to see how it plays out. Number 3. Kurt Angle return to Raw. Raw is in Pittsburgh tonight, which means that hometown hero and WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle will make his big return. It's going to be the first time in a while that we have seen Angle on Raw. We are curious to see who he interacts with and his role in the episode. Either way, expect it to be a somewhat minor segment, perhaps to get another top heel on TV. It's unlikely to play a major role in any storyline for Clash at the Castle 2022. Number 2. Seth Rollins and Riddle to go face-to-face ahead of their big clash. Seth Rollins and Riddle have had a vicious rivalry over the past couple of months. While they were supposed to face off at SummerSlam 2022, that didn't happen, and Rollins further assaulted the King of Brothers. Riddle recently announced that he was back and got the better of Seth Rollins. Last week, Raw even opened with the two men brawling. This week, they will go face-to-face ahead of their big match at Clash at the Castle 2022. Who will stand tall? Number 1. Bobby Lashley to face The Miz on Raw. Bobby Lashley has challenge after challenge being placed in front of him, but he certainly isn't complaining. Last week, the almighty United States Champion teamed up with Edge Styles to face The Miz and Ciampa. However, Dexter Lumis shockingly abducted their Miz, leading to a DQ finish. Somehow, the latter reportedly escaped the clutches of his kidnapper while Lumis went back to NXT to wrap up some unfinished business with his wife, Indy Hartwell. Will the threat of Dexter Lumis play a role in this match, or will it be a straightforward, dominant victory for the United States?